Listen. Just watch and listen. Don't do shit else. Just listen. Don't call this silence. Don't call it anything. There's no need for any concepts, labels. And what are those? That's just memory. There's no need for memory. Just being in the now. Not trying to listen to the silence. Not trying to do nothing. You just listening. You don't, the real you, it doesn't need you there in order to, you don't have to be there to be your real self, is basically what I'm saying. This persona, the image that is held through thought, which we use throughout society, it ain't needed. The you that functions of itself is the real you, separate from this gibberish that brought to life, quote unquote life, all this shit that go on in our human bubble of thought and all this shit we do, made up everything. Just watch and listen. Literally, like, really don't know how to explain it. Because if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. A lot of things I be talking about, this ain't really shit that, like, get taught to you. You, as in the concepts and shit that we've made up will be able to get you to this point of realization. No, because everything in our value system is bullshit. It's not real. It's just memory. That shit not gonna help, because there's no need for it. This is what I mean when we say we trapped in the past. This shit ain't needed. In order to just be, you need to not be there. We need to not be here. We was created so society could function, so society could be a thing. I'm not trying to sound negative. I'm not trying to have no labels put on shit I'm talking about, because this is beyond that shit. I'm just talking about what is right there in front of us. What is going on right in front of us. And yeah, I know people that, like, we could even talk about somebody that believes in something else and they use that to get through life. You in your own little world. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Stay in there. It's bullshit, but stay in there, because it clearly help you get through life. Like, I'm not finna try to change nobody or nothing by talking about this shit. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not really something to get taught. It just comes over you. It's already within the real you. And it's a select amount of people that's happened to throughout the world that literally see. They really see. And when you talk with somebody that's conditioned, or they religion, whatever, they don't even understand. It's like it's so hard walking through life like this, because it's like you looking at everything from third person. You just watching it, and you just see all the craziest, just how everything really operating, and nobody around you see it. It's a strange feeling that a select few get to feel. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, this feeling is through knowledge and through the experience, just to feel that. It's all put there by society. But, like I said, this shit can't get told or put into you by the value system. These videos, everything we watch, is all from the same value system. None of this shit is needed. None of my videos should be needed. None of this should be what it is. That's what I'm saying. It's pointless. And now we stuck. Once again, not as in if we wasn't stuck, everything would be better for us. No, that's not what I'm saying. We stuck in the system. And we are the system individually. We project the world that we see around us from our thoughts. Therefore, we can never really experience reality. We not really experiencing the realness like everything else on the outside of the bubble. Because we built our species off of the past, off of labels, off of memory. And everything else, it just flow. It just flow. Life is not supposed to be just fucking just happiness all the time. That's not what life is. And I know I keep saying it's like paradise on the outside of the bubble. Then again, animals get killed, this, that. You don't know what that is. The information, the teaching that you have been put in, that has been put there, that's reflecting out when you talk and the way you think about this, that. So you look at it as, oh, that's a bad thing. The only reason you can say that was because it was put there by something else. And now the thought of you being there, connect them, I think this is that. That's not yours though. You don't gotta do shit. The brain is always trying to connect the things around them. And you can call it stimuli. It's always trying to connect to something. You gotta get to a point. See, it doesn't need nothing to have to do with us to do this shit. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard for y'all to understand that this body can function perfectly without us being here. That's the real you, though. Just like every other species, they don't really think, hey, this is my name. But that's them there. You know what I'm trying to say? And so if these thoughts was not here, we would just be here. And we would be the real... Man, this shit... I just be thinking like it'd be a waste of time to talk about this sometimes. Whatever is in view at the moment, that should be the most important thing in the universe. Whatever you looking at, that should be the most important thing. It don't matter what it is. This edge of the car right here, nothing else should be more important. And don't all these other species be doing shit? They just be just watching, not really getting bored. No, all of this was created by us. And let's say, once again, we talking about animals that get bored. Guess what? Which ones we talking about? We usually talking about the domesticated ones, the ones that have been manipulated up here, just like we did to ourselves. It's just on the lower level for them because they don't got this complex brain. Man, I know shit never gonna change. I really don't know why I be making these. This might be my last one. Remember, not for views, not for none of this bullshit, because it got no use at all. At all. When you hit a stopping point, when you get to the stopping point, you just see everything. You looking around, you understand people more than they understand their own self. They self. Whatever that is. And it's just, you watching and listening, walking through the world, man. Probably just gonna stop there. I don't really know what else to say. The truth about all of this, it don't fit into our value system. Everything I just talked about goes against the value system you and me was born in, made from. That's why shit I say is just make your head like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm wrapping it up. If it hits you, it hits you. If it don't, it don't. You gonna keep playing the game. One more thing. Even if it come to thoughts in here, even when thoughts come here and you just hear them and they just going and going and going. But get what I just said, when you hear them, how can you really hear your thoughts when you a thought too? This is what I mean when I said the brain is hallucinating on itself. The brain is literally hallucinating backwards on itself. It can't tell the difference between illusion and reality. Plus, being in a society that shoves it down you every fucking day. Every single thing you got to do is just hammering it into your brain. Your brain. The brain. That you are there. Now you can't shake the feeling that, hey, I'm listening to my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, you not there. And everything we call, like, that's a phone holder. That they all come from the same bubble. So as long as you holding on to labels, you holding on to yourself. So if you let go of what you know that is right there, because take away human concepts, what is that? And everything just goes. Mind goes blank. Because every time you get asked something, all the memory is just trying to go back in the past. There is no past for that. But that's the natural state of everything. Where it had no name. It's just, and the mind is empty. Because it can't go no farther back. That's literally, we basically a program. It's just so many robot tendencies in us, like how it operates. It just stops. It can't go no farther. So if that go, you go. Everything is codependent. It's all one together. It's all in the same bubble. We fear that. Us going away, the knowledge of us. How do we have knowledge of us? The memory. Remember. We remember our name, remember all the things, the experiences that happened throughout the life that was only able to happen through teaching, because you can't experience anything without the thought, and the teaching is memory. So it's like, people just don't, I know that probably would be hard to understand, like when you never heard this shit, you know what I'm saying? When it's sad that you haven't. You are not really there hearing the thoughts. They're just thoughts. And just let the thoughts, it's like sound. Just let it go. It don't matter what it is. Some bullshit ass thoughts, some good thoughts, there's something. It don't matter. You were taught to how to react to them thoughts. How you should with this and that and that. That's all it is. You don't need to smile. You don't need to do this, that. It don't, the body wants to eat. The real you wants to eat. It wants to reproduce. Just like every other. And it's been doing that for fucking years. I say years, and I make it sound like it ain't a lot of years. So long. Just so much time before we was ever here. You have to realize you are in this. And on the outside, that is the real. The natural state of everything. It's just sound. Just let the sound flow. Just watch and listen. Remember, thought wasn't originally supposed to do this. It was a protective thing to help us survive. And yeah, we are still stuck in society. Like I said, they hammer it into our head every day. It don't matter what it is. Going to work, you need memory. It's constantly. It's like that was what was intended in the background the whole time. Not just so we can keep making money off of the civilians and keep controlling them, but also, hey, like, we at the top. We understand so much that the civilians don't. We the ones that introduce it to them. We the ones that help out, like, the experiments and finding out shit. So we ain't gonna tell them certain things. Like, y'all literally just controlled by memory. We ain't gonna tell them that, though. We ain't gonna tell them what K be talking about. Like, they gotta know. Alan Watts, UG, that's just a few people I see. Like, they gotta know up there. the society shit, how it go down and shit, and for the people that don't got a problem with how the government operate, control us, or just society how it be with you, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that, because that's just crazy. But like I was back to what I was saying, I'm just trying to get the video over. Just watch and listen. You don't got to do shit. And once you stop doing shit, it's just, I'm not finna say what it is, because it has no, like, I might as well stop talking. And it's been going like that forever.